So before becoming a client, a lot of med spa owners that we speak to on a daily basis do not have a clue about this tool that I'm going to show you right now. It's the Facebook Ads Library, and it's so beautiful for so many things. The number one reason why we utilize the ads library is basically to always keep a finger on the pulse of the markets. What does that mean? Believe it or not, everything that's being advertised right now on Facebook and on Instagram as well is entirely public here on Facebook Ads Library. So without further ado, go to facebook.com/ads/library, or just Google it, facebook.com ads library. And let's dive right in. The reason why this is extremely powerful is because you're going to be able to see what your competitors are advertising. You're going to see the kind of offers, the kind of price points, the kind of images, the kind of videos they're running, the kind of text that they write. And it's going to be an absolutely eye-opening experience. So let's say, and by the way, this is applicable and it works for absolutely any service you can think of. We're talking talks, we're talking fillers, any kinds of injectables, PRP, PRF, microneedling, semaglutide, weight loss, and body contouring as well. So mommy makeovers, cavitations, M-sculpts, high ticket, low tickets, Morpheus 8, and other tri-lift machines, etc., etc. So let's dive in and let's study, let's say, some filler campaigns or lip filler, right? You can search for the product itself if you want. You can literally just type lip filler and dive in. Or if you know the name of a spa, let's say you know the name of a competitor spa, a direct competitor of your Contour Spa, for example, you can type the name of that spa and you can find all of their pages. You can find all of the pages, all the places that they advertise in, and then you can dive in and see what's good, what these guys are running, if they're running something. So let's say that this is a competitor of yours. You want to go in and you want to study it. Nobody is speaking about this. Marketing agencies don't want you to know this. Nobody wants you to know how simple it actually is. This clinic is not actually advertising anything, but let's go for the other one in Winter Park. Okay, great. So in Winter Park, these guys are doing a grand opening. Interesting. And we can start seeing the ads that these guys have on our live. This is mind-blowing. For someone who doesn't know about this feature, about this tool, this is mental. Okay, so these guys are running a cryo slimming special for $99, down from $395. If you are their competitor, you guessed it, you're gonna have to position yourself differently or somehow be better than them. Now, there is a caveat to this, and I'm saying this now, I'll preface it now before I show you a ton more ads and examples, and that is, if you see an offer being run in all kinds of places, statewide, nationwide even, then chances are that that offer is proven. And so you don't want to be riffing way too off of it. In fact, you want to use proven offers wherever possible, right? Obviously, working with a marketing agency such as ourselves would give you a bit of an edge in the sense that we actually possess the data. We work with Medspas across the US. We have 50 clients at the moment, 56 clients as of our last check. And so we know exactly what offers work in each major cities and states. And so because of that, you'd be able to know if these offers are working or if they're just running. Now, a little trick here as well is you can look at this anyway yourself already. You can see when they started running the ad. And if it's active, then it means it's successful. If this campaign has been running for a while, then it means it's a good campaign. You can actually click on the ad itself. You can see the details of it. And this is immaculate because this allows you to see way more than just the ad itself. It allows you to see the questions, the qualification questions that these guys have in the form. So this is a lead form ad. If you've not seen one before, what a lead form ad is, it basically gives you a pop open screen where a bunch of questions are asked. They can always be sending to a landing page instead, to a website. This ad is sending to a lead form, and this lead form essentially is asking for the first name, last name, email, phone number. No qualification. It's not asking anything like what treatment are you looking to get? What are you looking to achieve? What area do you want to treat? Interesting. Surprising. We don't really ask qualification questions at the beginning too, because we want to establish flow. We want to see the cost per lead before we dive into, asking detailed information. What's your credit score? By the way, big one. With credit score questions, you can know if a lead is qualified or not, right? In terms of them affording you high ticket packages. There's no point. And by the way, this is a big objection with a lot of our clients, to offer these very low introductory price point services if you're not confident and certain that you're dealing with a lead, with a qualified prospect who can actually afford your high ticket packages on the back end of that. whether it's through payments upfront, cash, credit card, or through finance in-house, which you should be offering 100%. If you don't offer financing, you should offer Cherry, you should offer Credit Care, and then you should have Verity, Creedy, and a bunch of others who have 100% approval rates, meaning even if the credit score is shot, which sometimes can happen, even if you qualify the leads, that's kind of like your last line of defense to not lose that customer, to not lose that high ticket sale. And of course, it goes without saying, the upsell skills should be there as well. You should be able to sell these leads once they come in for this consultation. The last thing you want to do is to get them in the chair, deliver on the treatment, and basically then send them on their merry way, hoping that they're going to buy more stuff. No, it doesn't happen that way. The whole point of these introductory offers is that essentially they are consultations in disguise. And when I say consultations, to be read as sales in disguise, meaning it's your opportunity to discover what brought them in your chair in the first place. What is it their pain point? What is it that they're trying to solve? Do a deep discovery there. Find what else and what else and what else. Especially with these beautiful offers where they do cryo slimming, so they do the body contouring and the facial as well, because that gives you the option to discover a whole range of problems. So it's body contouring, weight loss related, skin tightening, as well as facial related, which then opens another avenue to cross-selling things like fillers, injectables, all the face stuff. Okay. So that's basically the science behind these ads in a nutshell. But let's go back to the original point of this exercise, and that is to see what kind of ads are running for what kind of procedures. Okay, let's look for Emsculpt. So if we go for Emsculpt, by the way, I've set my filters to the United States. I've filtered it by all ads. You don't really have to deal with any of that. This is already going to be set as default, which is active status, meaning ads that are live right now. There's a bunch of other filters here you can play with if you want to. You can choose the range, the format, if it's video, if it's static. Super useful, so that you can start digging out videos, which, by the way, in our experience, videos are actually outperforming images in the sense that, and this is a big if here, the cost per lead is higher, it's more expensive, but the lead is better nurtured, better educated, and they actually come in, they book, they pay their deposit, they show up, they upsell, they're overall better patients, better clients. So you can absolutely filter for the type of format of the ads, okay? This has broken for some reason. It's only showing me these two images, whatever. I'm not impressed. I'm going to refresh, and I'm going to try again, Emsculpt. Let's see if that works. Okay, great. So now we have all kinds of ads. Some have slipped through the cracks. This has no business being here unless it is running in the US, which I find surprising. But let's focus on the positives. Let's focus on the amazing information that this has just surfaced. So let's have a look at this. What is that? What would that be? If it decides to play. Well, it doesn't. It will. It'll play later. Let's try something else. So we can already see these discounted kind of offers, 199 specials. We typically see a lot of 199, 99, 129. There's an entire conversation around that to be separated into another video. But basically, the idea behind these price points is that the more expensive that cost of the initial consultation is, the more expensive the lead is going to be. So a good idea would be to start with the $99, establish a baseline of performance, determine how much the cost per lead for that appointment is, and then basically start increasing from there. We have calculators, we have tools. If you want them, drop a line and we'll send it to you, where we basically determine the point of diminishing returns. So what does that mean? It means that if you were to plot a graph of the price, the cost of the treatment and the cost per lead, you would see that as the price goes up from 99 to 129, 149, 199, so does the cost per lead. And at some point, the cost per lead and the corresponding cost per booked appointment generated by it becomes so much higher that it doesn't make sense. So think about it this way. If for a $99, you would pay $10 for a lead, for a $199, you would end up paying maybe $30 for a lead. And you can determine pretty much straight away with the naked eye that your cost per lead has tripled, but the money that you bring in has only doubled. So that's something that you want to balance and keep into account. And so that's a little story there about offerings and price points. Now let's go into one of these videos.
Struggling to get rid of stubborn fat? You can achieve permanent fat reduction and muscle toning with our EM Sculpt Neo. You can try it for just $199. This offer is for a limited time only.
Pretty good.
Struggling to get
Pretty good hook, good introductory, a good price, although I fail to understand how they're able to discount it for that long, for that much. The point to bear in mind there is that chances are this is a very short treatment with MSculpt being such a high ticket service. A lot of clinics offer it for $199, but it's maybe like a 5, 10, 15-minute trial, and that is fair enough because essentially what it does is it gives the client the chance to taste it, to get a flavor of it, and then actually upsell and buy the actual treatment. So as you can see, we can actually click on that and we can see what's going on downstream. These guys are sending to a lead form on a landing page. As you can see, we've left the Facebook environment right now. And so we can see the kind of questions they ask. Again, no qualification, fair enough. Cool, tick the box, that's all clear. And now we get to see the lander, pretty standard lander. Drive with the offer straight away. Imagine a lot, 99% of your traffic, if not 100%, will be on the web, on your laptop, on your phone. And because it's on your phone, you're gonna want to see it this way. You're inspecting it in your mobile mode. iPhone 12 Pro, I think, is the latest right now. 14 Pro Max. Let's go. And so we can see the address and we can see the price point above the fold. It's critical to see these things so that it strike you straight away. We're talking about conversion rate optimization now, a topic and an entire topic in its own right. But it goes without saying, you should have your call to action, claim offer, your price point, the scarcity, limited discount in there as well. Obviously a marketing tactic, highly effective. Or not, it's so overdone that it really warrants an A/B test in its by itself. An A/B test meaning, can we see if that line makes a difference or not? We do these tests all the time on the landing pages to see which ones convert better. Is there any point in even putting that there, knowing that it's not really a limited time offer? It's kind of like an evergreen. But anyway, straight into testimonials, straight into results, a bit of explanation of the treatment, benefits, extremely limited spots, scarcity again, claim offer, straight into that form again. And we could hack this entire funnel by just clicking on it and filling it out and then seeing what the thank you page looks like. Chances are it's going to look like a deposit collection page. I'm going to show you that in a second. And the map, the address, questions, front desk number, amazing, yes. And if we click on that, we can actually try to put something really quick. I would encourage you, if you were ever trying to test some competitor of yours backend, the emails and the text that they send you, to put real emails in here. I'm not gonna do that right now, but if I wanted to see what their 418 123 let's see if that works. If you wanted to see the texts, then you would put your actual number in there and your email, and even better, you'd see how fast they call you, and when they call you, what they actually say over the phone. 90% of Medspas front desk receptions have no idea how to set an appointment properly, how to pick up that phone, not to mention the fact that they're not calling the leads fast enough, the speed to lead metric, which is so instrumental to results, to maximizing the number of people booking in an appointment. But anyway, this number is invalid, so I'm going to try and put a real one there. 418-366-3465. How am I not coming up with a good number right now? This is ridiculous. Let me try and find one. Got it. Okay, at last. So let's submit this form and let's see what it looks like on the other end. Great. So now we get to claim the voucher and we are asked to book an appointment, which is great. I like the fact that we are first offered more information and a small ask, which is the lead details, right? It's way better to ask for the lead details first and then for the appointment for two reasons. One, people are going through a loop of compliance, so to say, which is called micro yeses. They do a small yes, and then they're more likely to do a bigger yes, a bigger ask, which is the actual appointment. And second, now you actually have their data, their phone number, their email, you can call them, okay? And so now we can actually book an appointment. When we book the appointment, they're asking for that details. Again, now I expect to see something about a deposit at some point. We're flexible, okay, great. Limited discounts, request your time today to save, to get a voucher. Great. It's great that there's all this information here because this is a point of high friction. This is where people tend to drop off because it is a big ask, right? They have to go in their calendar, they have to commit if they were, undecided before. Now it's time for them to actually get decisive. And that's a big ask. And so because of that, what we're trying to do here is anticipate what they would say and what would hold them from actually booking. And so we put a bunch of scarcity and urgency again. We explain the contraindications. I wouldn't do that, not here, because if anything, this adds more friction rather than take away friction. I don't get the picture here. It's confusing. If the lead's confused, then this would potentially make it even more confusing. Maybe don't do that. Yes, this is what I would do. Have these right above the fold, right at the beginning, so that they can see those results and start visualizing the end dream outcome. And again, a question in case you're not decided. Cool. This is also a good time to potentially ask for the deposit. Now, another way would be to get them to submit this form and then go into the next page, then get the deposit. But anyway, this has been a complete digression, and we're now speaking about the entire funnel. And I hope that this is interesting and eye-opening to you, but I just want to come back here and show you again just how powerful this tool is. So if you want to get inspo for some videos, you can get plenty of inspiration from these videos. This guy is doing it for 120. Simple, minimalist design, great stuff. And anything and everything you want to try and find here, you are going to find it. Semaglutide, if you have legit script and you want to advertise it that way, you can. A lot of these are private because of the whole medication. But if you're logged into your Facebook account, then you're going to be able to see it. We can look at Skinny Shot, which is the go-to name for people who do not have legit script. And I promise you, this does not affect performance in the slightest. If anything, it sometimes improves it, because people who know of semaglutide or Ozempic, they maybe don't know about Skinny Shot, and that basically opens a fresh conversation instead. Let's see what they do here. $39 per week. That is a very low price. This guy must be buying it from a good compound pharmacy. $39 here, Skinny Shot, medically assist, learn how to spell. And what else we have here? Newer special, good. We're starting to tag on these tentpole moments. That's amazing. Medical Skinny Shot. I've seen this stock footage image for maybe half a year at this point. I don't like this ad because it's not driving with the price point straight away. It is hidden here in the headline. Fair enough. Very high price point. It's hard to compete with Henry Med at that price point, but at least they put the urgency there. Fair enough. 10 available. It's only run for 1 day, which does not surprise me. I'm not sure how profitable that ad is. Nevertheless, good to get your creative juices flowing, to get you inspired. And what I like about this one is that it's doing a call out, North Atlanta. So now it's speaking to one specific ideal customer in a specific geo, and that's good. The picture is not bad, pretty stock footage. I would like to see some videos. I'd like to see a mind-blowing video.
Bring that ass back like a boom, 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 boom.
Ideally, a video with the results. I'm liking this. This is better. But if I could see some before, that would be even better. Before and after. And so we can keep scrolling. I've seen this one before. I really like it. I really like this AI render here. It's very eye-catchy. It's driving with the price. It's driving with the anchor, which is super important as well, to anchor your price to what it would be, it should be, just to give that perceived discount, okay? And it's driving with the value points, the things that really your clients care about. And that's something we see a lot of Medspas not really do right, which is go into the nitty-gritty, into the technicalities. No one cares. I mean, some care, some sophisticated clients care, but most clients care about whether it's invasive, whether it's surgical, whether it's immediate, downtime, how much does it cost, how many sessions do I need, these very practical considerations, right? And so that's a pretty good design. I'm trying to find some really bad ones design, some bad ones as well, bad ads. These ones I'd say are particularly bad. Why? One, because they're very, very texty. And two, because they say save up to, save up to, save up to, but they don't actually say up to from what? How much was it? How much is it? So that's confusing. And if there is confusion, people are going to hold fire from actually clicking and pushing through. And for good reason, because I don't want to have to call you to find out your price, okay? 99 for shots, and so on and so forth. These are great. you can tell what I'm going to say about this one. It's, I think, not fantastic. I mean, fair enough, it shows the prices. If they were competitive, I don't know what you think about this. I don't think it's particularly competitive. It's worth testing, but it's only run for 1 day. So if I was going to use this as inspiration, I probably would not. Obviously, we have our own experience and we know that this is never going to work simply because it doesn't even stand out. No matter what the price is, no matter what the offer is, if the creative, the image itself cannot stand out, it's not going to get clicks. And if you're running your own ads, you're going to see that in the CPMs, cost per 1,000 impressions. The platform's going to penalize you. Facebook is going to penalize you for trying to show this ad. It's going to make it really expensive to show it to people. And then you're going to see a very low click-through rates. Low click-through rates, high CPMs, the death of traffic to your campaign. And so bear that in mind. Try to use vibrant colors and try to not look like everyone else, with the only caveat that if something works, then everyone's going to use it. Somehow an
Stop trying restrictive diets to try and lose
An
weight
ad.
because me and my team of medical specialists will bring you into our new year, new you medical weight
You
loss
learn something new every day. This is an ad for client acquisition for a Medspa, but it looks like it's working great for
program to have you shedding inches
business
off
to
your waist
consumer as well.
fast without restrictive diet and exercise.
It's a very good
We'll use our
it's a
most
very good
effective medical
template
weight
actually.
loss treatments to suppress your appetite, which has been responsible for our clients losing an average of 30 pounds in just 90 days.
Really good.
And the best part, every single treatment we use is non-surgical, has zero
Exactly.
downtime, and
That's
can go
what you
back
want to
to work
say.
the next day. And the
Yeah,
only thing
no
people will
downtime.
notice is you losing the weight every time they see you again.
Very
So,
good.
if you want my team to build out a customized, medically backed treatment plan to help you with your weight loss goals, then click and book your no obligation consultation to learn more.
That is beautiful. That is an amazing ad. I am going to swipe that ad. So I hope this has been eye-opening. You're welcome, and stick around because we're going to be dropping source like this on a consistent basis moving forward. We want to democratize the information and the knowledge that's out there and make it easy for you to take marketing in-house or to work with someone like us if you need additional support, if you need someone to take care of leads being called for you, so that you can do the things that you're good at, which is doing your treatments, scaling your med spa, and raking it in. So I will leave you until next time. Have a lovely day, and thank you for watching. Bye.